Everyone loves watching someone else get scared. Whether it's in movies, shows, or even video games. There's just something in us that enjoys watching others suffer. And if you're anything like me who spent their entire childhood sucked into the YouTube vortex, you probably look back on a lot of these old PewDiePie horror Let's Plays with a lot of nostalgia. But at the end of the day, did these games even age well? Slender the 8 Pages is the worst horror game I think I've ever played. It really is just a massive piece of garbage. Like, there's so much wrong with it. Whether it's the cheap jump scares, or the lack of story, or the predictable setting. Guys, I think there's someone right there. The creator of this game claims that Slenderman doesn't hurt children. He hurts the people that abuse his children. So right off the bat, amazing storytelling. You play as a pedophile. That really makes me want to collect all the pages, but let me get away with the Class A felony. Also, why is a pedophile just walking in the forest in the middle of the night? They could have easily made this game take place at a Minecraft YouTuber's meet and greet, but you live and learn. Maybe it'll take place there in the sequel. Oh wait, the sequel's fucking out. It's not at Minecon. It's in another forest. Oh my god, wow. You gotta be a real genius to come up with that. This is the goofiest horror villain. I've played anime dating simulators that edge me less than this game. I don't even think it's possible to collect all 8 pages either. Your character is morbidly obese. This motherfucker gets out of breath after 3 seconds of walking. You're already tired? Are you that much of a fat ass? Alright, so let me get this straight. You play as EDP-445 getting chased around a forest by Yao Ming. This game fucking aged horribly. Amnesia The Dark Descent is honestly still as terrifying as it was when I was a kid. To be honest, I was shitting my pants trying to play this game. You spawn in and you're supposed to navigate around this massive castle while your character is just sexually moaning the whole time. Oh my god, bro, shut up! It's just a male whimpering audio in my eardrums. God, how am I supposed to focus? This game makes you feel like you're being watched 24/7. There's barely any jump scares, so when they do happen, it gives you even more of a heart attack. Oh my god. Ah! Am I inside of a vagina? And I thought Slenderman edged me. You walk in a room, nothing happens. You walk in another room, nothing happens. You walk in another room, you hear a Chris Brown domestic abuse moment, but that's really it. I haven't seen anyone in like fucking 8 years, bro. Oh, no. You know what? You guys can have that room. Today, I realized I'm kind of a pussy. I encountered the monster once, screamed like a little bitch, quit the game, and then had to play my comfort game afterwards to calm me down. You're not even good! Of course, if you spend the whole game baiting, you're gonna have more kills than me. Yeah, no shit. All you're doing is just baiting the whole game. Five Nights at Freddy's was one of the most popular games back in the day. Everyone was hyping it up as the peak horror experience. So you can imagine my surprise when I actually play the game and find out it's about the least terrifying thing imaginable. Inanimate objects coming to life. That's horror? My horny ass would have given one of my livers for that to be a reality. Most of these gaming YouTubers were just juicing out episodes as well, just completely faking their reactions. It's not scary at all. It's super predictable every time. Oh, no! Okay, hold up. Nothing's gonna happen. Jump scares don't equal terror. The reason Amnesia aged so well is because the game lies to you. It strategically puts a hint at the top of the screen that warns you about how your sanity is dangerously low, which is attracting the monsters. That's a complete lie. The monsters don't get alerted when your sanity is low. This completely mind-fucks you because you lose sanity when your character spends too much time in the dark. So every time you're in the dark, you're gonna be scrambling to get to the light because you think the monster is gonna come up and clap your cheek. Ah! Okay, that was not a jump scare. That was just a door closing. This execution is honestly super impressive. The amount of paranoia that's built up in your brain makes it borderline impossible to complete tasks in a rational way. You're not even battling the monster at that point. You're battling yourself. Cry of Fear is a game about a depressed Swedish man who goes absolutely insane after getting obliterated by a car. He then wakes up and the game quickly turns into a New York subway simulator. You wander around fighting mutated humanoid creatures. What? No, he can't have a knife. No, this is unfair. He has 2 of them, and he's 5'6" as Kaisenat. From the player's perspective, it's unclear if he's just hallucinating the whole thing. Definitely not gonna be a jump scare for sure, though. Like, there's some minor inconsistencies. 1, there's not enough signal to contact the police, yet he's texting a man who wants to meet him in the apartments. It's either he's a closeted homosexual and he's been browsing gay dating websites in the middle of battling the zombies, or this makes actually no sense. He also gains health from picking up morphine syringes off the ground, so he's like a 2017 SoundCloud rapper. You know, now that I'm saying this out loud, he's definitely hallucinating this shit. Cry of Fear does a great job at making you feel completely divorced from reality. There's a moment where you're on a computer trying to solve a puzzle and you hear the door opening behind you. You look out and you see one of the meth heads poking his head through the window, but when you follow him, he's nowhere to be found. Oh my god. In a typical horror game, this would be where they try to pull some slick shit on you. But in this one, they use the interaction to show you that Simon might have a couple of screws loose up there. So in other words, he's super whiny and over-dramatic. Bro, his monologue at the beginning of the game reminds me of something you'd hear from a 4chan user Twitch mod. I've always felt alone my whole life, for as long as I can remember. I don't know if I like it, or I'm just used to it. Oh my god, this guy cries when he sees women. He's such a Sigma male. I'm convinced every person around my age had a creepypasta phase when they were younger. One of the most notorious ones was Sonic.EXE. Man, this was really one of the most thought-provoking stories I've ever read. It definitely wasn't written by a 13-year-old. Our main protagonist is a devout Sonic fan, and one day his friend sends him a cursed copy of Sonic 1 in the mail with a note that says, "He's after me, and if you don't destroy this CD, he'll come after you too." Sonic, he's too fast for me. This is only funny because I found this so scary when I was 12. Okay, anyway, so the thing he does is he plays the game like a fucking idiot. You eventually lose the game, and then when you quit the program, your Sonic plushie's supposed to come to life. It's just so stupid. Let me show you how to make an actual good horror game. So you want to be the next big indie game developer, huh? Wow, those are great dreams. These are all indie horror games that have fucking failed, and your game will fall right into that category. It's never too late to give up. You'll never make it in this industry. You need to pace the players. If your whole game is just a walking simulator with no breaks in between, that's gonna make them quit out of boredom, which makes us less money. That's the only reason we're making the game in the first place, is to make money. You can make almost anything terrifying if you just utilize sound design. But don't just use stock sound effects, really get behind the mic and make your own sounds. Make the main character likable, for Christ's sake. If he's a blabbermouth the whole game, I'm gonna want to kill him instead of the monster. Like, what are you, my ex-wife? Stop talking! Making the main character fairly silent throughout the game means that the character's inner monologue is the player's inner monologue. I hope this helps. Now make that game that no one is gonna play. Enjoy being homeless. But if you want to make sure I don't go homeless, go watch the different types of video game nostalgia right now.